In the previous video, I talked about some questions that you can ask the chief residents when you get the chance to talk to them during your interviews. In some programs, the chief residents get the chance to make decision on which applicants would be a better fit for the program. But other programs do not practice that. Now, in this video, what I'm going to do is I will talk about questions that you can also put to the faculty and the program director in order to get more information and see if the program is a good fit for you. If you haven't watched the previous video, I'll leave the link in the description of this video. You can watch that as well. Kindly subscribe and share this with anyone who might need it. Now let's go to the first question that I would love to ask my program directors or the faculty. One of the questions is you want the PD to tell you where their graduates are geographically located. Are they scattered throughout the United States, or and they are just around the same facilities around the same state? And you also want to ask them where their residents feel more comfortable practicing after residency. You want to ask about the pass rate for the board exams. You also want to ask about fellowship match rate. You want to ask about if there is in-program or in-house fellowships and how much of the residencies get into that. You want to ask them about the retention rate, if some of the residents get a chance to work in that same hospital after residency. Very important. Next question that you want to ask is about the in-service exam or in-training exam. You want to talk about it. That shows that you are interested in passing the exams and also improving their scores on the boards, because most programs look at that very critically. They want students who can improve their scores on the boards, or at least not bring it down or pass in the first instance. Now, you want to ask them about residency evaluation tools that they use to give feedback to residents. That is very important. You also want to ask them about any additions that the program anticipates. You want to be very careful when you're asking this question. Don't ask it in a negative way. I wouldn't use the word changes, because changes might sound negative, but I will say any additions that they anticipate for the program. Now, another way to find out if the program is a welcoming program is to ask this question: have you ever felt like you should have rephrased your feedback to a resident? For example, if a program director has to give a feedback to a resident, say, okay, you're not doing well in this area, or you can do this better, so that you can see more improvement. You want to ask them, like, after they have given that feedback, do they feel like, okay, I should have said it in a better way? Now, if someone tells you that yes, they feel like, that shows you that there's some humility in the person as well, and they are not going to lord their position over you when you are in their residency program. So that is very important to ask. Now, you want to ask about the mentor system or the mentor advisor system that is in that program. You want to know the support that the program would give you when you come in, because you will need a lot of support to be successful in a residency. You want to ask how it works. Now, if you're someone who loves teaching, you also want to let them know that you love teaching and how you can bring that on board in the program. Say, is there any teaching opportunity for residents? Say, are there medical students that come around that you can teach them during rounds and all that? Now, I also love to ask what difficulties interns or new residents face when they come into the program. That gives you an idea about how to prep and how to take on those challenges when you get into the program. Now, I would also love to ask, what advice will you give to someone who has matched into your program? Like, what should they know before coming? What advice will you give them in order for them to prep and also better fit and start working right after they match into the program. Now, next question I love to ask is about the EMR. This might be more directed to the resident, the chief resident, but you can also ask what EMR they use. You can ask about the board pass rate, very important. You can ask about a mix-up. A mix-up is a collection of Q bank that they use to prep for the board. You can ask about that. You can ask if the residents get a chance to do hands-on procedures. So this is an overlapping question that you can ask. Importantly, I love to ask the PD how long they think it takes an average resident or an average intern to feel at home when they come into their programs, because we are all from different parts of the world and we are coming to a program. Some people might be okay from the word go, some people might take 1 month, some might take 3 months. You want to know if the program has that in mind and also will allow everybody to take different times to settle in the program. Very important that you ask them. One question that you can also ask about, and this one is mainly for the chief residents, what do they wish they knew about the program before they came into the program? So these are some of the questions, and you can also investigate more and also ask program specific questions. That shows that you have done some investigation about the program from their website, from the current residents, from past residents. And then when you ask those questions, it means that you've done enough research about the program, and that tells the program that you are really interested in them. Thanks for watching this video. Kindly subscribe and share with anyone who might need it. I'll see you again in the next video. Good luck in your journey. Bye.